Hey friends, I'm Deltavier of Small Frye Budgets, and I make videos about managing my personal finances. I'm currently focused on reducing my debt and building up my savings. I'm a 36-year-old married woman with no kids, and in our household we have both a joint account as well as our individual accounts for checking and savings. And as you can see from today's video title, we will be talking about my credit score journey. So a little backstory about that, and I'm going to set up my spread as we talk. So backstory about my credit. Back in 2017, I quit my job, moved to another state for a better paying job and professional advancement in general. And at the time, I was drowning in debt. Okay, I had over $33,000 in debt, and most of that was consumer debt. I would say a third or more of that was consumer debt. Actually, more than a third, 2/3 was technically consumer debt, because my personal loan is still from consumer debt, and so we're talking about just a lot of unnecessary debt and poor money management that was going on at that time. My credit score was around mid to high 600s, okay? And that was considered fair. That's considered like a fair credit score, which is not good. You're not going to get any good. This is not going to be perfect, and that's okay. You're not going to get any good offers or anything with that kind of score. And not only that, I just knew that I was struggling, and I wasn't going to be able to pay my minimum payments, even on my cards and everything, and my student loans. I think at the time I had put those in deferment or forbearance, what it was, and that was just because I simply could not afford it. Okay. So I had fair credit. I moved, got a new job up north, and after moving and slowly getting my finances back on track, what I decided to do was to actually sign up for credit counseling. Okay, that was kind of a tough decision, but one that I felt would be my best option at the time. 2, 3, 4. And for those who don't know, what credit counseling entailed for me was basically signing up with the organization that would negotiate on my behalf with my different creditors to reduce my interest rates and kind of establish a payment plan for me to kind of get out of debt in a reasonable amount of time, and not be so overwhelmed with my monthly due amounts and everything like that, because at the time it was just out of control for me, and I just was not I was not able to do it. So got a new job, signed up for credit counseling a year after that, and I've been in credit counseling since 2018. So if anybody out there is also in credit counseling or have experience with credit counseling, would love to hear your your experience with it. I don't want to share the name of the company that I'm with, just because I don't want to endorse any specific company. I think you have to do what is right for you and what makes the most sense for your credit and your financial situation. But that's where I'm at, and I'm still in it, and I'm making a lot of progress. So in January of this year, according to TransUnion, and I go to Credit Karma to kind of get my credit score. As of January, it was 717, and then as of June 16, 2020, it is 744, and that is considered very good category. So I made a 27-point increase, and that is nothing to sneeze at, especially given everything that's happening in the economy. Okay, and so just write this category here. And so that's kind of where my credit score at 745. at the top of this year, so in January of 2020, as I mentioned in my debt video, I was nearly $31,000 in total debt. Again, most of that was consumer debt. Most of that was credit card debt. It wasn't until I accidentally paid off a debt early. I wasn't expecting to pay that off early, actually. I expected it to be paid off, I think, in this year, and it got paid off last year, so a whole year early. And I was like, what? And it just freed up money for me. And derogatory remarks, it freed up that extra money. I think at the time it was a debt that I was paying $189 a month, so it freed up $189 a month for me, and that was huge. So I was like, well, it's possible that I can actually get out of debt in a reasonable amount of time, right? Like in the next couple of years, you know, because I'm making more money. I signed up for credit counseling, and now I just like accidentally, without even thinking about it, without even trying, I wasn't paying extra or anything, I just miscalculated. I wasn't tracking like what derogatory, all right, that's gonna have to do. I wasn't like tracking, you know, where that debt was. So I paid it off, and it just hit me, just like a light bulb went off, like, wow, I can actually be debt free. I'm not somebody that was watching Dave Ramsey or anything like that. This is something that just kind of happened for me, and I'm thankful for it. So what I've set up here is going to be like my credit score tracker. And for people who don't know and are new to credit, there are a number of factors that affect your credit score. Okay, so we have payment history, credit card use, derogatory remarks, credit age, total accounts, and hard inquiries. Credit card use, as well as derogatory remarks and payment history, these three have a high impact on your score. They have some of the highest impacts on your credit score. So that means that you want to make sure that you're paying your debts on time. You want to make sure that you're keeping your credit card use under a certain percentage. I think ideally you want it to be under, I think it's 30%, maybe even 20%. And then of course you don't want to have any derogatory remarks, nothing in collections or late payments or anything like that, bankruptcy, anything like that that would show up on your credit. Okay, and so all right, so right now I'm following a debt snowball approach, which means that I'm able to put in nearly $1,000 a month extra towards my debt, or not extra, that's the total amount, $1,000 towards my debt. So I want to say that is extra, because each paycheck, one paycheck is about $600 and the next paycheck is about $400. So we're talking about $1,000 extra on top of like my minimum payments, which is awesome. Okay, my current credit card use right now is 42%. Okay, and that is, I'm going to go ahead and start filling this out. So this is going to be, we're just going to say for June. Okay, let me draw a line, and I'll go ahead and share with you where I stand in these different categories. So my credit card use is 42% as of June 16th. And I'm getting this information from Credit Karma. I check that often. And so my goal for this is the category, this is the factor that I'm currently working on. And my goal is to get this under 35% next month. Everything else, I'm happy to report I am in the green, which means I'm doing excellent. My payment history, I don't have any missed payments or anything like that. I always pay on time. I don't have any derogatory remarks. I have a high credit age. It's in the green. Don't make me lie. I don't know exactly how much or what it is. I think it's around 7 years is my average credit Now this is going to change as I start paying off debt, and that'll be something worth discussing. My total accounts also is in the green. Don't make me lie. I think it's around 8 or 9 total accounts that I have, somewhere around there. It used to be more like 10, 11, 12. And I have I have one hard inquiry, and that was from Comcast when I just recently got internet again. So as I reported, my current credit score, and this is Equifax. I'm sorry. Equifax score is 745, and then TransUnion is actually 744. And they're going to be different. I don't know exactly why they're different. If you know, let us know in the comments. I think it's just what is reported when to each different company, but they're usually close enough. So that's basically where I stand with my credit score. Another thing I wanted to mention with this is I think it's credit card use. You notice that this is one that has a high impact on your score, and a lot of people will choose to keep like a recurring charge on their credit cards to avoid the company from like closing the account or reducing the credit limit if you don't use it at all. So credit is kind of tricky because you do have to use it in order to have good credit. So let me know how you're managing your credit, if it's something that you're paying attention to. Are you closing accounts? Are you putting a recurring charge on there? Are you monitoring your credit score at all? Let us know, and if there's a particular focus or credit factor that you're focused on right now. So that's basically it. I'm really happy and pleased with where I'm at. Like, I started 2 years ago in the mid 600s, and now I'm in close to the mid 700s, and so that's a lot of progress. This is considered very good, like I said, and I think excellent is closer to 800. So we're getting there. We're getting there. All right, well, thank you so much for watching my video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.